Hello everyone, today I'm going to be taking you something I've been vibe coding. Well, I had in the back of my mind what I wanted to do, but I was sort of hesitating because I thought, I'll be stepping on other people's toes. But in the other sense of the word, it's going to empower a lot of people if they decide to do it for themselves or use this tool that I've vibe coded, because standard operating procedures or SOPs is vital in any business, whether it's for you or for a bigger company or a medium-sized company or even a small business. Why is it important? Is because every company has a way of doing things, and that's what's worked in the past, what's really enabled the company to move forward. It moves the needle. It creates a system that is workable. It's a workable system that can be repeated. Repeated because it works. It's repeated because this is what the standard is for this particular business. So say for instance you have a little shop, maybe it's a coffee shop, and let's say for instance that coffee shop does all of these beautiful artwork, they call it latte art, on the coffee, and there's so many different ways of putting the love heart on the coffee and pouring the heart. Some take longer time, some take less time, some are very decorative, some are just plain and simple, but you want it standard across all of your coffee service. So in other words, you don't want one person to take 10 minutes doing their coffee thing, and then you don't want somebody who's kind of like doing it so quickly that it's just a slapdash. It's not even, there's no standard to it. There's not, it doesn't even look good all the time. It's a hit or miss. So you want to create something that's efficient, that looks good, that represents your brand well, but then it has an excellent standard, but then it's also repeatable. So everybody's trained on the same way of doing it, and it has a standard. This is the standard way we do things, and it's across the board. Everybody's on the same page, and this is the way we do it. Because the other way, doing it taking too long to do it is going to, slow down your business. But then doing it, taking shortcuts and not doing it properly, it lowers the standard. So that's why, and this goes for everything. This doesn't only go for, I'm just using this as an analogy, the coffee art as an analogy, but in the business world and all sorts of processes and procedures, especially if you're going to start hiring people, you want everyone to be on the same page and for the standards to be at an optimal level. So it's all about optimizing different workflows. And the way you do that is through process mapping and making sure that you have it documented for yourself and making sure that that's what you're happy with, and then replicating it across the board with all the people that are on your team. So to do that, you need a tool to be able to do this efficiently and have it be access to your employees. So they know and they are on the same page as you. So I know Business Blueprint does their well-researched, well-documented SOPs for a lot of businesses across the board. That's their mode. But this is something different. This is empowering you to be able to document your process very accurately and giving you the tools to be able to do it. And this was really helpful because it enables you to even have that rapport with your people. And if you say, for instance, you decide you want to sell your business, you can do so because you have all the documentation. It's all in black and white and clear language for everyone to see how you've been running your business, almost like a operational blueprint. So I'll take you through it now. Start it off, and the way you can look at it is a simple dashboard, and you can start off your SOP. It's really straightforward. There's nothing more to it. So you can say a customer onboarding process. You can put that in there even as an example. So which team will use this? What department or team will primarily use this process? This helps us tailor the language appropriately. So probably HR. So let's just say HR for onboarding. the heart of your process. What is the main goal of this process? Describe what success looks like when everything goes smoothly. So let's just say for customer onboarding for a coffee shop, we want there to be, I really should have whisper flow on here, but I want to see it for how you would type it out. We want there to be a standard format for coffee latte art. Now you can upload a picture. I'm going to add that in. I'm going to upload a picture of the coffee latte art, so all of the love hearts are the same. And you can even upload a video soon, so I'm going to put that in as well. So what does this process cover? And equally important, what's outside its scope? Clear boundaries, prevent confusion. So outside of scope, so maybe, so let's just say standard love heart for coffee art. Who does what? Who are the key players in this process? Describe roles and responsibilities with encouragement. Okay, and then maybe there's the manager who oversees the staff to train the new hires and to make sure they have done the barista course. I did the barista course in Sydney. It was really amazing. I really enjoyed doing the course, especially the pouring, the milk pouring, which I feel is like an art form almost, to be able to do it. So now that's the barista course. And then step-by-step journey, walk us through a process step by step. Use clear action-oriented language that empowers the reader. So here we can say, okay, 1, heat the milk. 2, coffee grinds in. I'm just doing it really shorthand. Obviously you do it more in detail and in depth. 3, pour coffee into cup, and then 4, pour milk and make sure heart looks like the image. Okay, and then you can upload the photo here. Let's see if I have it. I don't have a photo, but I'll just use that one. And then complete and save. And there you have it. Okay, so that is your customer onboarding process for that. And then I'll take you through the Impact Navigator. So let's say you have an old SOP. You can then select that old SOP, and let's say you want to refresh. Let's say for Valentine's Day there's a new campaign, so you want your love heart to have extra frills or something, make it extra fancy, because you know we all love a fancy extra frilly heart on our coffee. And so we have that on there, and then you can select your old SOP and then replace it with something new, and then you can add the revisions and add the link. So then it shows you, let's say you don't want to you want to always go back to that old heart, you don't want to get rid of it completely and delete it, which you can do, but you don't want to for this case. You can then link it to the old heart. So then all your old hearts and your new hearts all align. And then if we go here to the team harmony, we can see select an SOP to review. And then you can select that one, and then you can select the moderation. So for instance, let's say, okay, maybe I want to change to a fern instead of a heart. Maybe I just want to connect with nature a bit more in my cafe. Fern to heart transition. Is it feasible? Is it going to take more longer? Is it going to affect my business? Okay, and then here is a training companion. So you can go on here and you can generate a quiz. And you can create a quiz based on it. And you can, that's the, what is the standard latte art designed for customer onboarding? A Rosetta or Love Heart. So here you can test out your staff to see once they've been trained whether they have learned anything. And you can do that there. So that is part of the training companion, is the creating of the quiz to test their knowledge. And then customer onboard process, and these are the generate recommendations, and you can future-proof your SOP. These are all just added bonuses, you know, it's not something that's mandatory, but here you can see the distribution and you can see all the metrics on the dashboard. So that's more to do with adoption metrics and to see whether they're actually engaging in it and what are they using the most, what are the issues here, whether that's like a complaint or whether it's good feedback. And then here I'm really excited about this, and this I've coded as well, because then you can map out your team and you can also do a flow chart with what you want to do. So it kind of helps you strategize a bit more. Let's say you don't have a whiteboard on hand, or maybe you can't, you know, if you don't, maybe you're moving around a lot and you don't want a big whiteboard to be able to do this. You want to be able to do this from your laptop or from your tablet. And this enables you to do it quite easily. So you can add a node, and then you can connect the nodes. You can change the color. You can change the fonts colors. You can change the size of it, size of the fonts. You can change the border width. And then you can create a round one or a sharp edge one or rounded corner. And then the corner radius as well. So yeah, so that's quite good as well. You know, I know you have like all the other ones like Figma and Notion, but you know, times are moving. If you have something that you can do everything in one platform, that really helps. You can save it, you can add a PDF, you can do all sorts of things. And then also org chart. So let's say for instance now your coffee shop's grown, and here you have HR because it's already put in because of the SOP, so it does it automatically for you as well. Once you've done all the SOPs, it just automatically creates the company flowchart automatically. I've done that as part of this, but then you can also delete certain things. If you want to delete a particular section because maybe you just want to focus on one, you can do that. And then you can add people, so you can add those people in. So let's say under HR there's you know, accounts, and there's admin, there's customer service, whatever it is, and then over here is the managers. Maybe you have lots of different managers in different branches. So your company's growing, which is a good thing. And yeah, you can just connect all of the dots, and then you can obviously change the colors as well. So let's say it's blue team and orange team, whatever it might be. So basically that's that, and I think I've shown you almost everything. If there's anything that you think should also go in here, please let me know. I've done everything except maybe guardrails, so that's my next thing, is to put all the guardrails in, just because you don't want a lot of complaints coming in, and you want the team to have honest feedback but nothing destructive, more like constructive criticism, and just to build the morale of the team and to make sure all the departments are working properly and you can see it clearly how everything's working operationally.